This is ridiculous. Work is done. I sat down for a minute to play Grand Theft Auto. I haven't played this in about a week and a half. There's like a kid that's probably like 8 years old playing the game right now. Just want you to listen to it.
No, right there, down the map.
Oh, fighter jet coming behind us. Alright, so you're gonna get in a helicopter here?
Yeah. I'll follow you.
Look at the sunset over there. But more importantly, look at those clouds. That is freaky dicky. Whoa. Happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna go see the NWA movie, Straight Outta Compton. We're gonna get some awesome food first at Moe's. And by awesome, I mean it must be opposite day. It's my steak and chicken bowl. That's Mary's chicken bowl with guacamole. Alright, so we ate Moe's as fast as we possibly could so we could try to get to the movies on time. We're gonna go see this NWA movie, Straight Outta Compton. We're gonna screw those words up again, Straight Outta Compton. Some of you guys are gonna say, but Kyle, what do you know about NWA and the rap scene or anything else? And I gotta tell you, actually I'll let Mary tell you for me.
Oh, he knows everything about that rap scene. I don't, he does.
Here's the thing. I grew up in Queens, New York. Not that that gives you a ticket into listening to any type of music, but grew up primarily listening to rock and roll, got into metal, got into rap music, listened to everything. I know the NWA story inside and out. It's a fantastic story for some folks that made it out and elevated themselves. Obviously not for Eazy-E. I'm very interested to see what the story says and if it's true to what the actual story is or if they have a lot of revisionist history to it. But having said that, as far as NWA goes, to me, I was always an East Coast guy. And for me, the equivalent of NWA was Public Enemy. Public Enemy, one of my favorite bands of all time. So, we're gonna see how this goes. I think I'm most interested in seeing how they portray Eazy-E in the movies, because to me, in the 90s, he was kind of done up in more of a comedical type way. Where, is that a word, comedical? But with like the movies like CB4 and Fear of a Black Hat. So, I don't know. Hey, look at this. The Popo's here. That's a sign of having a good movie. So we just saw Straight Outta Compton. Movie poster behind me just so that I can get this in for Drew from Orlando United, who makes fun of me for sitting in front of movie posters all the time. We bought the green screen so we could do this stuff at home. We still never hooked it up. But we'll head out to safer pastures so that we can tell you what our thoughts are. So we saw Straight Outta Compton, and the first person I wanted to get a response from is sitting in the back seat staring at her phone.
I'm posting a picture.
What did you think?
It was cool.
Well, you're the one that has the least amount of historical knowledge of NWA and the times. What did you think about the movie overall?
It was cool.
Did you like the story?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
The realism.
That's it?
Yeah.
And then I know you walked out and said you thought it felt like it was long.
It was long.
Was it long because it was boring?
It was long because I had to pee.
It's live YouTube television, people.
I wasn't gonna go to the bathroom for the third time. Like.
So, what would you rate the movie out of 5?
4, 3.5.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube land. We'll go to Mary next. Not for her rating. Let's get her impression of the movie first.
I thought it was fantastic.
Did you?
I really did. I liked it.
What did you like the most about it?
Well, it actually brought back memories of things that were going on at the time. You know, we did live through that time, so.
Like what?
Well, of course, the Rodney King situation. You know, that was a big deal. I mean, we weren't in California. We weren't really there, but we were, you know, New York.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just, spoiler alert, I saw Mary tear up at least one time. And Jesse had to, like, yell it out in the movie theater. So.
I know.
I didn't.
Anyway.
That
and
was
your
really
eyes
funny.
are still glassy from crying.
Oh, I know. It's really, really sad. Yeah.
What was sad about it? Now you're going to cry on camera?
No.
Oh, about NWA?
I just sneezed, so
Oh.
my nose
so
is
hard.
Yeah. Listen to the excuses.
I
I was
did.
just sneezing.
Mm-hmm.
You crying now?
No, I'm not.
Looks like she's crying. Should we get an up-close look?
No.
No. Okay, so on the Mary scale.
Oh, I mean,
Dun, 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 dun,
talking
dun.
about Eazy-E, what made me cry is like all the guys in the movie were crying. That was like the worst part.
In the audience?
No, in the movie. I just said in the movie.
Oh, okay.
You know, they were all crying. So it's like, you know, waterworks.
Yeah. Okay, now she's avoiding the question.
Magnets.
No, what
So-
question?
I said on the Mary scale. Everybody loves the Mary scale. We want the Mary scale applied to everything. But actually, I looked at Time Hop. And for folks out there that are new to the channel, the Mary scale came about exactly 1 year ago and like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
When we went to go see the ridiculous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and Mary decided that she was giving it 4.5 stars, and I questioned that logic the whole way home, where I said, you know, if it's 4.5 stars for that movie, what do we give Guardians of the Galaxy? What do we give Star Wars? And we went down this whole long route of, and Mary loves every movie. Now she's become a little more cognizant of the Mary scale, as we've affectionately called it. We don't apply it to food. Everyone's like, hey, you should apply it to food. You should do it to drinks. You should do this.
I like
It's for
every
movies
kind of
because we
food
watch
ever.
we watch a lot of movies, as you could tell. So we have to get the rating out of 5.
4.25.
4.25.
Yeah,
That's a
4 and
little
a quarter.
technical.
Not 4.5. 4 and a quarter.
I guess. Now we're getting way technical here. All right, so I was anxious to see the movie because I wanted to see just how close to the story things were. Jesse makes fun of me. This is, you know, I grew up in New York. I think the movie, for the first hour or so, really kind of sucked me in and took me back to
The first part was good.
growing up and listening to the music and discovering it. I think there was some really good creative Hollywood storytelling somewhere in the mix there. And, you know, I don't want to say total revisionist history, but, you know, when you get towards the end of the movie, like where Mary's referencing, and, you know, spoiler alert for those people that don't know musical history, Eazy-E dies in the, you know, not only in the movie, but in real life. He's not alive. And, you know, I think that what led up to that in real life is maybe a little bit finagled in the movie to kind of make you feel a little bit better for him and better for them.
Yeah.
I think the movie, you know, after the first hour mark, where they get past the initial record and stuff like that, it really kind of lost me in like, what story are we telling? Are we telling this is, you know, the story of NWA, but we've now branched off into, this is the story of Ice Cube for a little bit, and then we've got, this is the story of Dre, and then the story of Dre starts splintering into, here's Snoop, here's Tupac, here's Death Row,
Suge Knight.
and Suge Knight, and, you know, we're back to Eazy-E, you know, separately. Well, that's only one part of it, but I think that it kind of goes a little all over the place. Obviously, there's 2 members of NWA that went on to incredible success, one of which has reached successful levels that probably nobody else even comes close to since Michael Jackson in Dr. Dre. But, you know, this movie all of a sudden becomes more like the Dr. Dre story, more so than Straight Outta Compton. And I don't know, maybe the movie is supposed to be about just Dr. Dre, and I might have missed that, but I think it's advertised more as like the story of NWA. You know, there's not a whole lot in the movie. There's a lot of focus on the infighting, West Coast infighting, not a lot of focus on, you know, like what I referenced earlier before we went to go see the movie, like East Coast, West Coast. There is one
There's
line
nothing, really.
there's only one line in the movie, I think, that they say something about, like, you know, West Coast strong type of thing.
Yeah, that's it.
But, you know, I thought it was enjoyable. I liked the references back to the music. I thought, you know, for me, the one big standout was the acting performances were phenomenal.
Awesome.
You know, I thought that everybody did a really well. They did a really well job. They did. Obviously, I'm not an actor. They did a much better job than what I had even anticipated. And Paul Giamatti's in the movie also.
He was incredible.
He
Who's that?
he delivered.
Larry?
He was the Jay. I think he was the
Jerry. I'm
Jerry.
sorry.
He's the manager.
That look like Ric Flair.
Yeah, he was Ric Flair. Ric Flair is the manager of NWA. So,
Chubbier version.
but I thought everything is really well acted. You know, there was times when the songs were playing that I couldn't tell if it was the actors or if it was overdubs of the original recordings. Obviously, the NWA stuff in the beginning, overdubs. But, you know, I would recommend, obviously, if you want to go see the movie and you are a hip-hop rap fan or an older fan of music from growing up in the late 80s, early 90s like us, you'd want to see it. I think overall my rating would probably be like maybe a 3 on my scale. I don't have a scale, but my rating would be maybe a 3 for the movie. It's not that it's a horrible movie. It's certainly not a horrible movie at all. I enjoyed the movie. I just think that it kind of lost its way somewhere along the way. And especially when you get to the end, and I was like, you know, how many times I didn't, this is one time I did not have to get up one time to go to the bathroom. And thank God, because the movie theater was packed. It was more crowded for this than I've seen it for any other movie that we've been to recently.
I'd
Yeah, I
sick
know.
on the people.
And
It
I kept dying to go look at my phone, which I'll get back to in a second, because I couldn't figure out like how much time had passed by. It felt like hours
I know.
after a while.
It just,
Yeah.
After a while, I was like, "Holy cow! This movie is just never going to end." But I
it felt
gave,
like a mini series.
yeah. So I mean, to be continued in part 2. But,
I gotta go pee.
Tomorrow.
so we're gonna get out of here in a second. One thing I did want to touch on really quick, because I've complained before, we came back to this ridiculous Epic Theater again. I am never coming back to this theater for a movie again, unless I am
Why?
in critical need of going to see a movie here. It is ridiculous. You know, so every other person is using a cell phone in the movie.
Bright screen.
The guy
everything.
shuts off the ringtone next to me at first, and he has tan cargo shorts on, and he has his light set so that it's blinking like I'm getting attacked by lightning in the middle of the movie. The first time it went off, I was like, holy Jesus, is somebody just like shooting a gun in here?
And also, wait. And also, I mean, I had a problem with this too. You're coming to a movie theater on a Friday night, coming to see Straight Outta Compton with a baby in the back.
There was not only a baby, a crying baby.
baby.
And they could not shut the baby up. Somebody had to go get a manager to get them to leave because the baby was crying. And then, I mean, like, dude, literally the entire movie theater, and I had to tell Mary and Jesse to shh a couple times because it was Mystery Science Theater 3000 the entire film. Everybody was talking like this was a group exercise. So I'd recommend going to see this movie, matinee, nobody else in the theater or something else where it's quiet so that you can appreciate it, because holy hell, I just can't do this anymore. Not for the price of movies. Holy cow.
Yeah.
All right, we're back home. That was a great movie, great night out. Gotta get some sleep though. So on that note, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you for all of your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll leave that in for the edits. Jesse can do her thing.